Russian dictator Vladimir Putin attempts to use the claimed vote turnout for his so-called elections as an informational weapon. Russian officials claimed that it was a record voter turnout of over 77%. Putin claimed that he did not expect such high election results in occupied Ukraine. The dictator, who covered his whole nation in blood, will not stop and will continue to resort to any strategy to achieve his objectives and legitimize his occupation of foreign countries. The whole world has to unite in the face of the largest and most dangerous terrorist state. The Russian Western Group of Armed Forces is having a surge in activity following certain tactical reorganization procedures. One of the directions where it operates is Kupiansk, where the Russian command is tasked with crossing to the other side of the Oskil River and ultimately reaching Kupiansk. Currently, the main direction of the attack is towards Sinkivka, as well as along the road going towards the city. Russians still hold a serious reserve force in the area, without engaging in mass attacks as they did in Avdiivka. It is important to pay close attention to Russian maneuvers in this area, as they are likely to regroup their forces to gain larger attacking potential. Similarly, Russians show signs of moving additional brigades in Liman direction to push Ukrainians behind the Chorny Zherbets River and move closer towards Slovyansk. Russian activity near Liman continues to surge. They are trying to liquidate the Ukrainian bridgehead on the natural border. Their primary focus at the moment is to enter villages Terny and Yampolivka with the help of the 144th Division. Right now the fighting is happening on the eastern outskirts, with no side achieving a definitive victory. With the number of Russian troops increasing, the threat for the Ukrainian side only grows. The terrain of the frontier, though, with dense forests that limit the maneuverability of Russian heavy equipment, helps Ukrainians to effectively hold their defensive positions. The highest military official in NATO, the chair of the NATO Military Committee, Rob Bauer, has for the first time since the beginning of the full-scale invasion arrived in Kyiv. Bauer spoke at the Kyiv Security Forum, where he stated that Ukrainian forces have fundamentally changed many aspects of modern warfare and have quickly adopted and innovated. He spoke confidently about Ukraine's ability to achieve its objectives, however, acknowledged the dire need of the Western coalition to live up to its expectations and deliver the necessary resources to Ukrainian soldiers. On the night of 22nd of March, Russian forces launched the largest coordinated drone and missile attack since the beginning of 2024, targeting Ukrainian energy infrastructure. Shahed drones were part of the first wave, and it is reported that 63 drones were used, out of which 55 were taken down by Ukrainian aerial defenses. What followed was a mass 88 missile strike that landed in 6 different regions. The result was the death of civilians, as well as a serious damage to some of the power plants. Russian Black Sea Fleet is continuously shrinking as a result of successful operations performed by Ukrainian armed forces. As a result of the drone attack, Ukrainians managed to damage 2 Russian landing ships, Yamal and Azov. The Russian fleet currently has only 5 landing ships, and the latest strike will reduce the number of operational vessels down to 3. Ukrainian strikes have already caused the Black Sea Fleet to move some ships away from its main base in Sevastopol and hampered its ability to operate in the western part of the Black Sea. In the Bakhmut direction, Russians continue to press hard towards Chasiv Yar. At the moment, to achieve their objective, the Russian tactical group is trying to outflank the Ukrainian defensive positions in between Klishchivka and Andriivka. As of now, there are no signs of significant success of the Russian group. Both Bogdanivka and Ivanivske continue to hold, not allowing Russians to make the desired progress. There is a question of whether Russians will attempt to suddenly switch the direction of their attacks, as they did in Avdiivka. In any case, hopefully Ukrainian defenders will continue to eliminate the advancing enemy and soon liberate the occupied territory. In conclusion, during this week, Ukrainian forces have eliminated 5,200 personnel, 67 tanks, 144 APCs, 187 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, 202 UAVs of operational tactical level, and 3 anti-aircraft systems.